Good morning, Ria from Maisie Moo here, and it is morning. It's actually quite dark in my office, so I have a bit of shadow. But I've got a busy day today. The kids are off school, I've got a teacher only day, and we're going to take my mum shopping. So I wanted to jump on and quickly show you this new little wallet that I've created to go on the back of your phone case. Now this is made for silicone phone cases, these sort here. I'll show you on the back of this one how it works because I'm actually filming with this one. All you simply do is you grab your case and you want to slip your elastic and your little wallet over, and you can see it's quite tight, which is what you want. I'm going to show you how to put this together in a minute. And then you simply grab your phone and pop it in. Now this will work for most size phones. I am not an Apple user. I'm going to maybe grab someone to do a test for me to see if it's the same, but it's actually really quite snug. It doesn't sort of impact the case at all, which is what I thought it would do when I was trialing this. I love it. I think it's such a cute idea. You can take it on and off, so you don't need it on there all the time. But if you say we're going somewhere and you didn't want to take a bag or a purse or anything, you just want a few cards, slip that in there, and it's safe as anything. And it's actually really quite it's quite nice to hold because it sits in the palm of your hand. So there we go. So I'm yet to name this, but I'm just going to quickly show you how to put it together. It's super quick. I'll probably fast forward through lots of parts because if you're familiar with EasyStitch, I do a lot of stitching around and back again. Anyway, let's get started. So let's pop that here. Okay. It comes in 4 pieces. So you've got your main body, which folds over like that. So remember, if you're going to be using a pattern, you want to make sure that it's the right way around. You've then got the liner. Now I've used a thinner faux leather. So I don't know about you, but you get all different quality faux leathers, and I feel like it was a bit bulky with the really good quality. So this is just a bit of a thinner faux leather, and this is to line it, but it also serves a purpose to hide the elastic, which I'll show you in a moment. You then have your main pocket, the larger pocket here, and we have a smaller pocket here. And I'm going for bees. This is going to be for Isla, I think. In the end, you're also going to need some snaps to hold it together, your large-eyed needle, and some thread. Okay, finally, this is the important part, elastic. Now, I have a pile of elastic here. This is nice and tidy, I know. It did start off in little rolls. What this is like a craft elastic. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if that's the official name. I'll put a link. It's quite thin and stretchy, like elastic is. You obviously also get your thicker elastic, and I haven't tried it with that, so I thought today, because I've got the black going through on this, I'm going to try this black elastic and we'll see how well that works. It's slightly thicker, so we'll see how it sits. Okay, so we'll do the elastic first, just to show you how you work out the sizing. What you want to do is you simply want to get your elastic and you want to cut a length off. Now what I've done here, as you can see, I've just wrapped it around, and you kind of want it to be really snug. See, it's slightly pulling. You want it to be snug. Now, what you can do is you can sew this, or I'm going to try just adding a touch of glue, and let's see if that's going to hold for me. This is just ordinary hot glue. I think because it's fibrous, it should hold quite well. Okay. Slip that off, so you've got yourself a little hoop. Next I am going to attach the lower snap. And I'm going to leave the top one until I've actually sewn around, because you can access that one easier. This one was just a bit harder to access. Alright, so simply start stitching. This is the beauty of these. They do come together quite quickly. This one is going to be stitched all the way around. So let me just quickly measure how much I've got. I've got 22 and I've got 44. Might go just a bit longer to 50 inches, and we'll see how much we've got left over. Okay, so you just thread your needle, you get yourself a nice big knot on the end, and I will start anywhere inside the, I think I'll go down the side there, tuck that in. Remember, you can always, look, I might even do it because I know I say it and I don't always do it. Little touch of glue which just holds it in place and means that it doesn't move. You just have to be careful when you do it sometimes because you want to be able to get your needle back through that hole. And I'm just going to stitch around the top. So we're just doing a straight stitch in and out. If you're a saddle stitcher, then you can saddle stitch this too, but I'm trying to keep this as easy as possible, especially for those beginner stitches. Please don't mind my fingernails, they're awful at the moment. Moving my mum's house, my hands got absolutely wrecked. I don't know how you all have such lovely nice nails. Okay, so I'm going to keep stitching around and I'll jump back on once we get to the end. Okay, so we've got one more stitch to come out before we start stitching the bottom. Come on here. Here we go. Before we start stitching around the bottom pocket. Before we do that though, we want to get our elastic. It's holding quite well with the glue. And we're going to actually give it another touch of glue. It's going to come under here. Now, you probably wondered what this little funny flap is. This little funny flap is to hide where your, there we go, we'll come down a little bit, where your elastic is, because when you put the card in, you do not want it catching on it. So I kind of thought long and hard, well, I thought, and here we go. So a tiny touch of glue there, and a tiny touch of glue here. So you can see it's quite tight, which is what we want. We want it lined up so that it's over a couple of the holes. There we go, but no matter what, it's going to catch. And we just keep on stitching. So I'll stitch. Okay, so you can see now we've got the 3 layers. We just want to make sure that they're all lined up correctly. And we're just going to start taking our needle through. So I've gone through the 3 layers there, and now I'm going to go through the next layer, and this is actually going to go, it's going to pass through the elastic, but not on the back. I want it to go through the back of the faux, but not, and then it will go through the elastic, and then the 2 are the front pockets. There we go. I'm going to do the same here, but I don't want it to come through this elastic here. There we go. And then I'm just going to continue around. Okay, so you can see we are now on the other side, and we want to pass it through again. So let's have it I'm going to go through the hole at the back, and it's passing through the elastic and then it through the other side of the two holes. Got to find the hole. There it is. So you can see it's going through all of those, back through, and it should pass through the elastic quite. You can see it's gone through that side, which we don't want. We want it to come out here, this edge. And we're going to keep sewing. There we go. Now I'm going to go round twice. Okay, so we're coming near the end now. I used 50 inches of thread here, and I have got that much left. It's not actually that much to play with. Sometimes I feel like I like a little bit extra, so I'd probably go 55 or 60. Okay, so we've got our very last hole. You're going to come out through the side. There we go. And then I want to take it, I'm just going to go up through, see, we're going to come up through the two layers here. Whoops, we'll try that again. Keep coming out the hole. Want to come out the layer, please. There we go. So can you see that I've sort of come out through, got in one side and then out, and I'm going to create a loop, and this is where having a little bit of extra might be quite nice. I've got my little loop there, taking my needle back out, but I'm coming through a different stitch because otherwise when you pull the knot it's not going to hold. Dig around and coming out through the middle of and going, and then when I pull it, that's it, we want that pulled tight. And all I'm going to do is actually just take it out like that, and we'll give it a trim. And then that's just tucked in inside. There's no bulkiness or anything there. Okay. So we've stitched everything. The last thing we want to do is put our snap on. I'm going to use a little love heart snap. Why not? Oh gosh, if you keep seeing fluffy bits, that's because I'm in my dressing gown. Let's get that on there. Make sure it's the right way, Rhea. Okay, here we go. So, we've made it. It's a little bit crooked. Oh, that's really cute. I love the bees. You could have done it in a darker stitch, like so it was a bit more like this one here. So let's take Maisie's phone out. Hers is slightly smaller than my one, but not by much. Okay, so moment of truth for this elastic. As I say, it's a little bit of a thicker elastic than this one here. Let's have a look. So we're going to bring that on. You want to make sure it's positioned so it's not over your camera or anything like that. We'll get the phone. These are so snug, these cases, that they really hold everything in place quite well. It's lined up properly. Okay, elastic on each side here, and then you've got your little purse on the back. I mean, that's not going to come off, it's not going to go anywhere. If you've got a case that isn't snug, it might be a bit different. Let me try. I've got Isla's phone. Both of them are upstairs now without their phones, panicking. Okay, so we've got that one there. Let's try Isla's phone. This is a different sort of case. This is a clear one. So we'll try that. Should come up from behind. I feel like the craft elastic has a bit more give and stretch in it, but obviously both of them still work. Okay, yeah, look, that works out well as well. there we go. So there you have it. Yet to be named, but really quite pleased with that. That made it clear. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm looking forward to seeing how yours come together and sharing them on the Facebook page. I'm going to make a display card that you can actually, in the shape of a phone. So if you're selling these or even gifting them, then people will know exactly what they are. And you can actually just put your information on there for your business or a message to the person you're gifting it to. Okie dokie, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was clear and you enjoy making these.